Tonight at Anfield, everything comes down to a single spine-tingling question. Who does Mikel Arteta trust to steer Arsenal through Liverpool's hostile storm? The manager's dilemma is stark. Leandro Trossard is ready and expected to start, injecting width and clever off-ball movement, but the bigger story is Martin Odegaard's shoulder problem and the ripple effect of his possible absence. If Odegaard doesn't make it, Eberechi Eze slips from a headline into the narrative's fulcrum. A player whose creativity and quickness could flip a cautious midfield into a razor-edged attacking threat. That shift matters because Anfield is not the place to be tentative. The crowd, the angles and Liverpool's relentless wide pressure punish teams that hesitate. Arsenal's recent confidence, that 5-goal margin against Leeds, gives them wind in the sails, but confidence and conditions are different at Anfield, and a single substitution can change the game's momentum, the crowd's mood and even the emotional arc of a season. The question isn't just who does Arteta pick at kickoff, it's who he turns to at the 60th or 75th minute when legs tire and choices become outcomes. If Odegaard starts, Arsenal will aim to control the tempo with a familiar midfield tripod, using possession to drag Liverpool out of shape and cut openings for quick switches. Declan Rice will be tasked with protecting the backline and breaking Liverpool's counters, while Martin Zubimendi provides the continuity and discipline that allows a creative number 10 to roam. In that arrangement, Trossard's role becomes surgical: find pockets, drift inside when needed, and punish any space left by Liverpool's marauding full-backs. But if Odegaard is sidelined and Eze enters, whether from the first whistle or as a live-wire impact sub, the identity of Arsenal's attack changes. Eze brings instant verticality, tight space dribbling, and a propensity to take players on. Those traits are precisely what make him dangerous at Anfield. A daring run, a spin in the box, or a threaded pass can spark a riotous moment that silences the cop and lifts Arsenal's belief. Conversely, choosing Eze over Odegaard risks losing some midfield control. Liverpool could exploit transitional moments, forcing Arsenal's defence into high-pressure exchanges. The duel between William Saliba and Gabriel up front of David Raya is another subplot, two central figures who must remain unflappable against Liverpool's front line. If Rice and Zubimendi can absorb the initial intensity, they give the attackers license to be adventurous. Jurriën Timber and Ricardo Calaferi on the flanks will be tested repeatedly, asked to neutralise Liverpool's wide threats while also providing outlets for counters. Arteta's selection therefore isn't cosmetic. It dictates the team's temperament: conservative control or risky, electric creativity. Picture 3 likely outcomes and what each would mean. First, Odegaard starts and all control long stretches. Possession favours the visitors, chances arrive through careful build-up, and a drawn-out tactical battle decides the match. Second, Odegaard misses and Eze starts. Compact turns to chaos. Arsenal gamble on moments of brilliance to break a tight game, and the match becomes episodic, hinged on individual flashes. Third, Odegaard starts and Eze is introduced later. The bench becomes the decisive battlefield, where a single substitution either shatters Liverpool's rhythm or comes too late to alter the scoreboard. Each scenario has cascading effects beyond 90 minutes. A successful risk against Liverpool can cement Arsenal's title credentials, elevate Arteta's reputation for bold management, and give fringe players confidence that influences selection for weeks. A defeat or narrow win, however, reframes the narrative, questions over depth, injury management, and whether the squad can sustain a title push under pressure. Tonight, then, is a managerial moment disguised as a team sheet problem. The microphone shots of Arteta's face, the first glimpse of the starting 11, the murmurs as Eze sits on the bench. These are small things that signal bigger intentions. Fans want a result, but what pundits and rivals will linger on is the decision-making. Did Arteta choose safety, or did he choose to change a game with a substitute who could tilt the balance? That single call, who starts, who waits, and who comes on, could be replayed all season as the instant that swung momentum. So when the whistle blows, watch more than the passing and possession stats. Watch the substitution board, the body language, the moment a creative spark ignites or a defensive lapse opens. Tonight isn't simply about 3 points, it's about whether Arsenal's squad depth and Arteta's courage align to produce a defining night at one of football's most unforgiving theatres.